Have you ever heard the question, so tell me about yourself? Oh my gosh, if you've done any interviewing at all, you probably heard that question a million times. And the deal with that question, and at least from my experience, people blow that question all the time. How can you blow the question like, tell me about yourself, right? I mean, if you go out on a date or something like that, aren't you going to tell somebody about yourself? Or you meet somebody, you're going to tell them about yourself? Well, in an interview situation, it's a little bit different. See, the thing is with tell me about yourself is you don't want to give anybody your life story because that's just too long. You want to be concise and you want to focus on the professional aspect of your life. When it's tell me about yourself, it's not talking about like, well, I have two brothers and I have a sister or whatever. You don't want to be talking about that. You want to keep it focused on the professional aspect. And like any interview question, keep it focused on how maybe your experience will relate to the job. Now, tell me about yourself is a great question because it really gives you a softball or an easy question to answer, usually right off the bat. It's easy because you should be prepared for this question of any of these questions. Be prepared for this one and be prepared to talk about specifically and concisely how you might be able to really, contribute and add to this particular job by telling somebody about your professional background. Once again, keep it short, keep it concise, and keep it related to the job. If there is some personal things, family and all that, leave it out, particularly anything around politics or religion, definitely leave that out. That could be a conflict with the interviewer for all you know. Leave all that stuff out. Though there's something about your personal life that might be really outstanding. Maybe you volunteer or you were on the Olympic team or something of that nature. At the end, go ahead and throw that in. Maybe it's an interesting conversation piece, but nobody cares that you like chocolate cake or something of that nature. So let me give you a demonstration of how to answer real briefly. Tell me about yourself. Well, the last 10 years, I've been in progressing management roles. I was a district manager, and then I moved to a region manager where I was responsible for all profit and loss as well as sales of our particular product line in the XYZ company. And I've been doing that really for the last 8 to 10 years in that role. And in that role, I'm responsible for all sales, all profits. I have responsibility for 20 different people. 5 of them report to me directly, but then down through those managers, I have another 20, actually 30 people beyond that. And I had great success with that, and now I'm looking to move beyond that into a more position where I can grow even further. Prior to that, I also did some district manager things, some store manager things, and I do have a Master of Business Administration degree from XYZ University as well. And in my, for fun, I also help out at the homeless shelter too, down in downtown. All right, so you can see from that answer, not the greatest answer. It could have been better because I'm trying to give you some examples, but you can see where I'm focused on my most recent job history. I maybe throw in a little tidbit about what happened previous to that. They've got the resume. They can see the whole history. Even if you've got like 30, 40 years of history, just focus on the last couple. And I happen to volunteer at a homeless shelter. Well, just to throw that in, I don't have to go into a big discussion about the homeless shelter, just talking about, hey, I do this too. Ain't I a great guy for doing this? And then from there, you take it from there.